Hello, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone the world you all are. It's your Blue Archive Gacha where beginner artist self-proclaimed and your boy, Tosanyu. Welcome to the Blue Archive stream. Now it's day 3 of the Grand Assault. Here with my favorite boss, Binah. And this is like this time on Urban Warfare. Actually, maybe a reason to use Yuzu, but since I'm like trying for the best run, you know, so that I can be at least, you know, when you open the leaderboard that I'm like, oh, there's Tosan, you know, like at the first sight. But, oh no, I'm not there, so I will like try again. Let's see what I can do. I will start off, I would like say, with doing purple armor. And it might be like the last one of the last moments where I can, one of the best times where I can like do that. If I fail, preservation count gets me, then I can just do it again, you know, with the other ticket I've left. And actually some changes why I like do purple armor now is that regarding the borrow situation, the Chiaki I have available here is now maxed. So now let's try, you know, before time runs out. This is like not a hard rotation. This is not a hard rotation, so I can like try it. So let me see. So this can be done within 1 minute. UE50 Chiaki, something like that. Then let's go in, ticket run here. Ikimashou. I will like do this for a full hour, I think, with this team. If this doesn't work, I'll yeah, do the next ticket. And if there it seems like I can't do anything further, I will try to eject there. This is a kind of game plan, so that I don't lose any potential coins, since with day 1 I lost already on Torment like 1 ticket. So buff as soon as possible. Before the cost gets full. And then double auto. Okay, we got like to 5.6, so the starting damage is not like what I want, but now that the Chiaki is maxed, you know, I might like get a higher average. Before it was always like 5.6 at average, and the highest, well, the best I got was like 5.2. The first X skill should be able to get it down to 5.2 million, and then you have a good chance. But it's like very moldy. But getting a clear with that is not hard at all. Just getting a clear is not hard. You have to mold that Kisaki is in position number 3 once you do that. But that's like pretty much all. And 5.7. Yeah. Actually, maybe you have to mold that Maki on position number 3. Yeah, that's like how it works. UE50 Chiaki, yeah. Something like that. On one out of... I still can't auto the things, yeah. I forgot. I figured it out day one. I think before I started the ticket. Okay, Maki position number 2, restart. I think it was Kisaki with like the blue armor. Yeah. Okay, the audio doesn't get too loud. That's also cool. How's the stream actually? Is there anything choppy? When I looked at it last time, I think like the bitrate was like pretty low. But should like stabilize by now. Should have stabilized by now. Look at that, Chiaki, so cheerful. But I think like when you raise up on everything, she gets like shy and flustered, I suppose, from what I saw. Okay, I can continue here. Oh, 5.6 again. But yeah, once everything is done today, also like 2 elastic tickets and then like 1 heavy ticket, you know, like purple and blue and yellow, it will like be all for today. I kind of want to do like blue as well, but I think I just go do it on vacation, like until the go, like during the car ride, I suppose. This will be a little bit difficult with the car ride. That means I have to like to memorize exactly the timings, and so I don't have like a cheat sheet to like orient myself with, unless I gonna write it down on some kind of paper. Actually, I do have a notebook and everything. I could like write it down there and just like wow. I do it like the ancient people, you know. I do it like back then, if you like, you know, what you people like called boomers. Pretty much like copying like from a piece of paper, rather than like, yeah, it's like on the screen, on the second screen or so. Doesn't really have to monitor, you know, it can also be on the phone, something like that. I think like streamers, for example, had like a laptop set up and then like the chat on their phone or something. And this is like legit very viable. Okay, restart. Maki there. But yeah, even like with a very maxed out Chiaki, it can get moldy. So yeah, it will get moldier because this one, you know, is from new player, not from a long time player, you know. So things like bond levels, things like limit break, there are like high, but not max, you know. But I can like try. It would be like a flex as well, to be able to like do it without it being beefy, that beefy. Double auto. Oh, 5.4, let's go, but not 5.2. This is like a higher step, but not quite what I need. So far, only 2 people have like gotten the Chiaki run. At least like my club. They were like Raiden and Shin, who like did that. club members club room. I know like Raiden was like a former club member. It's like busy for real life, but sometimes they have time to like mold. Okay, I can continue. 5.6. This is very moldy, but But yeah, starting off the day with like something like that, is not bad. Obviously I like did something before doing all of that, like with the stream. I was like productive with like making myself clean and like packing a little bit. Still not done yet, so I will like finish it afterwards, eat like something to fill my stomach. I think I haven't eaten. Yeah, I haven't eaten. Oh, 5.4. Not enough. The final hit didn't like do enough damage. He does like 3 hits, so 6. Get down to 6.3, then 6.2. The final damage does like 1 million damage, bring it down to 5.2. But she is like kind of like going between 600 k to like 1 million, you know. At average I got like 5.6, you know, sometimes 5.4, so like 600k damage or like 800k damage, but it's not at like the 1 million mark yet. I think she needs like to do that plenty of times. You use the X skill 3 times, yeah, 3 times. So this is like what makes it like bold according to the club members who like succeeded there. And then this is actually the hidden it's the hidden bait to like get you to mold or something. Oh, 5.6. And yeah, I can see that. And the stability from Binah, like the stability debuff, doesn't necessarily help, you know. If Chiaki were like Dressina, you know, 100% stability, then yeah, then there would be no mold. It means like no gacha, you know, no gamba, it's guaranteed. And this is also like boring. So I guess it has to be this kind of design. Okay, can continue. 5.4. But yeah. Some people could call it gambling. Well, but the thing is like, I don't get anything out of that. Like nothing like money, you know. Like even if I lose, I get something, you know. So it's not really gambling. Like something would be like coins. If I lose and get nothing, I mean there are like also ways to like play it safer. Like the preservation count is some quality of life. It was like not a must-have, you know. It make it like spicier, and then yeah, I had like my moments here and there, but it's like made it more interesting. I would like say having a risk here. Hello, Kaylin. Welcome to the Blue Archive stream. I'm doing Grand Assault here, with the insane difficulty and elastic armor. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to do that, like somewhat under 2 hours, for now, like with the elastic armor, and maybe afterwards, you know, fight like, on a higher difficulty. Also, hello, how do I read it? Miami? Welcome to the Blue Archive stream. Hello, hello. I'm modding here. But you can say I'm playing here elastic armor, insane difficulty. Miami? Alright. So like the Japanese pronunciation. Wonderful. Nice taste. Oh, the same profile pictures when I look at Kaylin and then Miami, so you're the same person. Wonderful. Even a YouTube channel. I just repeated myself twice, but like in a different way. There are plenty of people who work off like a script, you know, and Japanese people, for example. Yeah. Holy, my ears almost gone deaf. Is the audio too loud? Can reduce it a little bit. Was wearing headphones on full? Ah. This is like, yeah. This is our experience. Hope it gets like better. Like the ears are like a really precious part of the human body, you know. Usually when a human gets hurt, like when they get a wound or something, it can heal and, you know. But if you destroy your ears, like if there's damage on the ears, it can also restore a bit, but if it's fully destroyed, there's like not really a way to bring it back, from what I heard so far. So take care of that if you like the sounds of what life brings, you know, like what other humans bring out to the world, music, voices, you know. I pretty much like listening to voices to people. No, 5.3, not bad, but not what I need. I love listening to like a lot of like VTubers who do like karaoke streams, some who do like ASMR streams, and there's like something really beautiful about their voice, you know, like outside like talking voice, or like if they do an act, it's like when they do singing, they bring out a beautiful part of their voice out. If they whisper, they are like making sure that they don't blast the ears of like the other people, you know, that there's like a mutual respect there. And if you like ASMR listener, for example, then you put all your trust into the person that, you know, and then it's like that, and kinda, yeah, you kinda like grow closer. Maybe that's like why ASMR channels are like very, very good. But like with singing, you know, like idols and stuff, it's also like cool. I can't even turn it down, cause one is like speaking so quietly, and the other is the opposite, lol. Ah. Maybe, yeah, I'm like the one who speaks quietly. A lot of people, like in the past, they said like, that my voice isn't very loud, and then they were like, can you speak a little bit louder? I can't understand you. Can you speak louder, Tosan? And you know, go scream at me, but you know, like I can't really. At least not on command. Or actually, I could like do, but you know, it's like not in my nature necessarily, unless I do put a character or something. No, 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 it's fine, don't worry. Wonderful. I can't force you. Well, so far, when it goes to my mic setting, it's like in the yellow where it should be like really clear to like hear me. And I turned down the music, like the BGM. You could like say the in-game sounds, like down enough that it doesn't like overshadow my voice. And yeah. There were like times where I didn't really know how to like set it up, and then you couldn't hear me at all. It's like once someone pointed out, it was like, oh yeah, oh I have to fix that. But yeah, normally any streamer should like kind of like know how to best set up their streams. Like after the first week, after the first month, you know. But you know, scuff. Everyone goes through scuff, and like even real life, you do like mistakes. And sometimes you do not notice that you did something wrong until someone points it out. Can be like your friend, can be like your teacher, a master, a sensei, something. But if it's like a random bystander, you know, like someone you don't know, like, hey, you need to follow the rules here, have the right dress code, then I don't know how do you receive that. From what I see, like in anime, like with very social anxiety people, you know, like Butchie, they are like they get like all flustered, or they get like very shaky, you know, and be like and can't like bring out their words properly, and oh sumimasen, you know. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of streamers did experience that. A lot of people in like the VTuber community who like also stream. But yeah, if it's a friend pointing it out for you, it's like okay. It's like good when you do know, or they don't judge you too hard. It's just like, yeah, it's an honest mistake. But if it's a stranger, you know. But like somewhere in the chat, I don't know like how other people like felt, but yeah, this is like a thing that is like sitting with you. Honestly, your voice is actually calming. Thank you. I'm glad it does something. I used to not really like my voice because a lot of people were like pointing out, yeah, I'm not loud enough, I should be louder, but I think nowadays it's kind of a strength, you know, if you're like able to fill a specific niche in like entertainment, you know. My part is just like talking and when I do gameplay, when I do art, you know. It's not necessarily like a stream, you know, you go in for the category, or this like this game, I like this game, or this art, I like art, but then you only get like something similar to a speed paint video, you know, where it's like no commentary. But for my part, I do have to have commentary. Sometimes I cannot shut up, and here we are. I mean, I'm not complaining. Cool. Oh, I have a chance. Oh, nothing. But yeah, there are like sometimes moments where I go like out of the calmness, you know, if I get excited, if I do have moments of like anger. But you know, even if I get angry, I do sound like pretty chill. Even if I get pissed, you know, I don't know, like sometimes I have the feeling I do handle things okay. I kinda like this in the anime tropes, you know, when they're like usually very kind people, you know, but if you like push them to the edge, you know, if you push them too far, they get very scary. But then it just fades away, like emotions are of temporary nature. They don't like last forever, you know. It might be like gone in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe you need a good night's rest, you know, like think about it after you like just sleep a night over it, and then it's like, yeah, I don't mind that much. You remind me of a PG tuber I subbed. You guys have the same vibe. Hey, cool. If there are like more people than me out there, then yeah, you have like a lot of like choice. I think, yeah, a lot of people are unique in their own way, but also not, you know. There are like a lot of streamers with good voices out there. And if I think like about corpo VTubers, for example, you know, they're like auditions, everything, but they're like, I'm pretty sure there are plenty of applicants there. And yeah, having a strong voice is nice, but every corpo VTuber has like a good voice, I would say. Some have like a different taste, you know, but overall they don't sound horrible. Sometimes it can be yeah, I'm like saying it's a gimmick, you know. Sometimes it's a gimmick that you have like a unique voice to you. And you can also make something with that. But talking voice, singing voice, whispering voice are like all different. So sometimes it can be that they didn't like hire you because of your talking voice. Can be also because, yeah, you have a wonderful singing voice, we're gonna take you. You're like music oriented, and if we plan to do projects like that, maybe, you know. And one of them is you? Cool. What? Ah yeah, you did it on Twitch, you did it on YouTube, of course. Yeah, I was like thinking maybe there was like another me, you know, and then they have like more subs than me and anything. But yeah, actually, there was a time where my Twitch was like higher than my YouTube. YouTube is like pretty new where I like took it seriously. But yeah, obviously I started off with Twitch first. I needed like streaming experience. I think like started around 2021, 2022. Yeah, 2021 was it like, I think my first stream was muted the whole time. But yeah, this was like what you expect, like art stream, no commentary. completely mute. There was like BGMs playing, but that was all. They got a subscriber. Not subscriber, like follower, you call it in Twitch, right? Only like after the stream ended I like noticed, I was muted the whole time. And this was like a stream, yeah. Like back in the days I streamed like mostly in a different language. Like I didn't spoke English. Occasionally, you know, when there was like a viewer who like couldn't understand German, you know, but I think like at some point I do realize, yeah, I do need to practice my Japanese and I need to practice my English. So there we are. Question: can I edit clips of you? You sure can. You sure you're sure allowed to do anything here. I mean, once you're out at the internet as a streamer, as a content creator, there are like some things to consider. Like everyone can be a streamer, everyone can be a content creator. But sometimes you can get memed on, sometimes there will be clips, you know, and there's like something I do expect. So, you know, if you want to take any content out of there, if you need like something, feel free. Yeah, I'm a clipper. Wow, すごい. Maybe the second time I got a clipper in my chat. Sometimes I do check out the profiles, you know, but since I'm like in the middle of something where the timer is ticking, you know, I can't really like get my hands off of there. I only have one video yet, cause just started this type of content. Ah, I see. I do think clipping is like, can be fun. I didn't do it very often, but clipping, video editing, it's like pretty much in the same aspect, in the same sphere of like work, you know. If it's just like a Twitch clip, you know, just cutting a part off, you know, quoting directly, this can work out, but sometimes, you know, like with editing, like trying to visualize things, you know, when the person talks like about a certain franchise, certain character, can have to pop in a PNG of that thing, then this is what they meant. And every clip has their own style. Sometimes it's like a very Gen Z kind of style, you know, a lot of sound effects, a lot of like flashing images, and if you go like very meme-ish, it's like, oh, there's like also a gameplay of Subway Server, now I cut all your attention. Editing is fun, but tiring sometimes. Mostly clip VTubers, PNG tubers. Okay, great. Yeah, it is tiring. I for my part would like say it is time consuming. Just thinking about how much time you could like lose to make it like like a good watch, you know, a good 3 minutes, 5 minutes or so. And sometimes there are like ways to make it better. But yeah, I think like as long as you like keep doing it, you get better and better over time. And if you like focus on speed, you know, then fast uploads, also cool. And if you like doing it fast for months, naturally you get like better at like adding more quality to it. Like there are many ways to improve or like work towards a goal. I don't clip that often since, like I say, it's a time-consuming kind of thing to do. But some projects do require like by input, direct input. Yeah, there are some projects that I've recorded, but I didn't got to finish them yet. Like Volume F, Read Along from Blue Archive. I think the last part of Volume F I just streamed. And there is like a usual scuffness since I didn't like know what the microphone setting and which way it's optimal, and you could like hear everything in the background I do. Or like if I eat, that you can like hear that. And some people don't mind, but there are like those kind of people who you know, like everyone's like different there. I know like my family members, they don't necessarily like ASMR or anything that is like on their face, like sleep mask or so. While I do like to sleep with a sleep mask. And then just put in the headphones, the wireless ones, and then let something play. Back in the days I would always like put on like music, but once I discovered ASMR, be like, oh. It took like a while until I like got to use it like in this way. To have like a restful sleep. With music took like kind of a while to like fall asleep, like about 20-30 minutes. But ASMR was like a one-up. And I did more and more things to like improve my sleep quality, and it's good now. It's good pretty much. I pretty much fall asleep very fast. And even if I sleep like about 6 hours, I do feel restful after waking up. Today I slept like about less than 7 hours, and I'm feeling good. Like things like increasing your sleep quality, like a good pillow, like sleep mask, ASMR. I've even like a Japanese body pillow, you know, like you could, weeps also call it, or otakus, Japanese people, they call it like dakimakura, you know, but those are, you know, the Japanese ones are like really expensive, but they are doing the job really wonderfully. And sometimes you need like the additional weight on you, like I have a blanket, or like what I use at dakimakura, and yeah. Oh nah, my sleep hours fucked. No. Well, sleep is underrated, I know. Sometimes overrated, some people say. And it would be like wonderful if we don't need to sleep at all. We've spent like a third of our life with sleeping. If you're like a min-maxer, maybe like a fourth. But if we humans do not sleep, we can die. And sometimes I do like to dream. Oh, I need to restart. Oh, she did 4 million with that. Wow, with the last set. So there's a chance. but it's very, very unlikely to happen. I'm interested in some Niji clips. I used to like watch a lot of Niji Sanji clips back in the days. 2019, I think. Obviously, there were plenty of like Jappy Nijis. And I used to watch them as well. Things like X-Albio, Kusaha. Like, it was all new to me, and then I slowly learned about them. But, you know, because there was like the language barrier, I couldn't like really watch the streams. At least it's like this was my kind of way. But there was also like Niji Sanji Indonesia, right? And what was like great that they speak English. They could also, some of them could also speak Japanese, and then sometimes they would default to their first language, you know, but they were like speaking English, and then they were like the MVPs there. Also like Whole Life Indonesia was for me a carry. Like I watched like Hanamakia from Niji Sanji, and she was like nice. Taka Rajiman as well. He graduated like a few years ago. But yeah, I do have them a nice memory. Nowadays the reputation of the company is like not great, but you know, even if they're bad things, you still have to remember like there were like some good times, you know. They provided you like entertaining 3 minutes, 5 minutes, you know. It ain't much, but you know, treasure what life gives you, right? Even if they're like bad moments, like, you know, in your case, like internet, I would like say, but you don't like have, not every single moment of your life is like a happy one, but there will be good times and like a new anime, you know, or like the next episode. Or like, you know, if you tune to a random stream, maybe it hits the vibes. I don't know. But you get entertained in some way. You get like a little bit of a nice time. Nice 1 minute, nice 2 minutes. Can be longer, you know. Maybe you find like a favorite you can be a fan of. Whatever rabbit hole you like fall, you can like find plenty. And I think like the rabbit hole of like VTubers, yeah. How long have you been in YouTube? Let's say like 2023. I started off with like video uploads, and I think like around the end of 2023 I started taking it more seriously. In the middle of 2023 I did stream sporadically, but at the end of that year I have like my consistency like down, that I stream like every week about 3 times minimum. Oh damn, you honestly deserve more subs. I mean, every person deserves subs, but there's like the Wheel of Fortune, the dices you have to roll, and let's say you can't influence the fate of that, like on what number it lands, you know. But it went like better than expected, to be honest, with growing. When I was like at the end of 2023, I had like about 100 or like less than 100 subs, but the growth went like, it's like steady. It's like the rate where I can watch it and I can follow it. It's not like in any means explosive, but it does work better than I thought. I was like thinking maybe in about 5 years, you know, I can reach like 100, no 500, but it has been like not 5 years, like about less than 2 years, you know. And there is like something. For me, it's just like to gain experience. But yeah, if it gets like to a point where you can make money out of that, have to think about it. Oh, okay, nothing. But yeah, there are a lot of other people who deserve more subs as well. Who am I thinking of? I would like say the boys. The boys. Who do I mean with the boys? I do like what I like to watch the Follow Stars as well. I do think they could like need a bit more. But I'm also like fine if they like just grow slowly naturally instead of like explosive. That they get like used to things bit by bit, you know, and they don't have like all their attention at them at the very beginning like Gorgura, you know. To me, I don't really care about subs that much. I'm just happy of making clips and edits. Yeah, that's also valid. As long as you enjoy what you do, you know, it's like wonderful. If you were only caring about the numbers, of course you would like do something more meta-wise, like though, like in my case, I didn't really care that much about the numbers as well. It's just like the consistency I wanted to keep up, you know, that I can be like, hey, I can provide you with consistent streams, I have experience there, and I stream every week like about 3 times, and here's my proof. I can do it like that I have like some kind of history. But this kind of consistency, yeah, can get you like some viewers here and there, and maybe like some, you know, regulars. With clips, it can be like as well if you are like consistent. Maybe like every week, you do like 1 clip, you know, and post that, and that's also like a way to make algorithm. Yeah, I like you. Let's boost you, you know. But you also need the right tags, I think, so that actually shows up. But yeah, if it were only for numbers, if I only cared about numbers, I would do something like clickbait titles and like Mr. Beast and do like those POC faces and yeah. Something like smug faces, you know, and when I beat this, I did it in 1 attempt, I bet the game 1 attempt, or whatever. But yeah. My ADHD self just keeps getting distracted by your model, it's too cute. Thank you. It's cute, right? It has some charm. But what do you like about it? I need to restart. Or yeah, this can be an answer. This can be an answer here. Zenbu. Everything. But hey, thank you. Like back in the days I used to have a different model, or PNG model. But I was like figuring the way I carry out myself and the way my model looks like didn't really match. So I changed it like to this at the end of 2023. But weirdly enough, I do change up my attitude, and then instead of like being quirky and like excited, I'm like back to my calm self, and then it doesn't match anymore. But yeah, there's also like this gap way thing, you know. Expect like something that looks like this, but it's like something oddly more enjoyable. This is Tagalog. I don't know. But yeah, this PNG tuber I used back in the days resembled more my profile picture I use on YouTube. Pretty old one, 2022. I've drawn that, I think. Or 2021? Yeah. Oh, what? How? Well, you did that. You tell me. Oh, I got it. Let's go. Okay, the next one needs to do that as well. I got it after 50 minutes, wow. Okay, what's the next step? Need to do Chiaki at 5 cost, okay. Let's pause. Oh, okay, didn't got it. 3.2 million. Anyways, yes, it's Tagalog. I'm PH, not JP, lol. My name does sound like a JP name a bit. Well, if you were JP, then it would have been written in kanji, hiragana or something. So yeah. I mean, like a lot of otakus, you know, or like we call ourselves weeps also at the same time. We do love the sound of like Japanese sounding names. The way I decided on my name was also like, oh, this sounds nice. And then I just, was like stuck with it. But yeah, later I like figured out it had like some meaning, like Tosan usually means in Japan like something like dad. And with you it can be like multifaceted. The U can also stand like for kindness, you know. But when I was like looking dictionary on like different reading styles, you know, I like gave it a different meaning. But yeah, kanjis are like, well, I don't know why my name is Miyami. Maybe you do know, but you don't have an explanation. Oh, I got it, 5.2. And then at 366. Okay, the next timer. And around here do Kana again. Oh, 3.2, it's not enough. I will be left with 200k. I gotta restart. I thought Tosan's a Japanese name. Yeah, same, me too. Tosan just means dad, you know. Not a name. But I was like thinking, when I look at dictionary, how you could read my name that's similar to my real life name in its meaning. To? To can mean tower, like a high place, you know. And sun, you know, like people say like Fuji-san, right? It's like the Mount Fuji. But if you translate it, you can like not say like Fujiyama, like Yama for mountain. It's like Fuji-san, you know. And I was like, okay, To-san. But it can also be read as To-yama, you know, To-yama. But I was like, okay, To-san sounds nicer. And then yeah. And there was like this thing that VTuber were like the best name for a VTuber, you know, were like 2 syllables. Like Gura, Ina, Ame, you know, like those nicknames. Whereas like, I think like Mateman talk about that, you know, that she likes when people call her Minto instead of like Mint, you know, since like 2 syllables are like really, really nice and sticks into your brain. I think like Doobie also talked about it, yeah. It's a good name. Obviously there's like the underscore and then you, but most people, you know, be like, hey, To-san, you know. I even use it like in some games, and yeah, I'm stuck with it. So I could have like chosen a different channel name, everything, but you know, this is like what I know the best. But people got like a different username. You know, if you're like pretty young, you were like maybe in like age where you like characters like Shadow the Hedgehog, like those edgy kind of characters, you know. And then you would give yourself like you know, like Doomslayer XXX Edgelord XXXX or something, and yeah, this is like not a name you want to have if you're like getting older. And then if this comes to real life, it's like, hey, XXX Edgelord, what's up, you know? And like right in the public, you know, this would be like a way to be like called out. To-san's a cute name? Thank you. My username is Miami the cat, lol. I mean, yeah, you are the cat. And I think like Miami? Miami is like, I think like it's pretty much overused, you know? My name is like also like, To-san is also like overused, so sometimes you have to add something extra at the end so that it's like unique, you know? This name's already taken. This name is invalid. Please select another name. This is like some kind of the vibes, you know, of like this one meme. Sometimes I see like people with like a name, creative name, different name, you know, like something in this kind of sort in my chat. And I think like they do love puns, you know. I do like puns as well. Like this kind of humor is also like what I liked in the German language. In English, it's like, I don't know, my humor is like pretty much situational. But I do like those kind of puns and memes that are like pretty flat. You know, like entering a password, you know? Enter your password. Password. Your password is wrong. Wrong. Please try again. Again. I love those kind of flat jokes. Do you like those kind of jokes? I'm still thinking of a unique username. Well, you have a lot. There's like still a lot of choices you can do. Like in today's generation, we have like things like the Rizzler, Skibbity Toilet, you know, and there's like this channel called Skibbity Toilet, and they upload like recordings of their gameplay, and they do surprisingly very well. This also like that. Hell no. Yeah. Might be understandable. I think like hitting a niche you do enjoy, there's like more fulfillment in there than like following a meme. You started off as a joke until it became like reality, you know? What begins to stick with you, you know? Yeah. It has like the kind of like vibes of this one Japanese meme where like where two girls are like stuck with each other and be like ora ora, yeah, don't do that, and then in the next panel they would play like a depressing looking guy and be like, and this was like how I was born. Starting off as a joke, and then yeah. I mean, Skibbity Toilet has improved. Yeah, sure it has. I sometimes see it pop off like with Koseki Biju, like when she does her bits. I think like at 1st April it was. Timing. The time is like yeah. But let me still do that. Just like from muscle memory. Okay, didn't got it. Let's go back to lobby. So my preservation count like saves me here. I will get my rewards. Now I can like try it again. And this time I will like try to eject there if I can't get it. I will still try to aim for it though. So I got my rewards. Fantastic. I got ranked down to 26 while I was playing. Okay, let's try again. I pretty much like the music in Binah, to be honest. Endless Carnival. This is like pretty monotone with like the sound, you know, it goes like but if you enter like phase 2 or like phase 3, it gets more melody to, there. And it's like pretty like majestic and cool. Radiant going strong? Yeah, he does. So now I'm gonna borrow from Mike, Ox, Big again. I like the name. I don't like Skippy Toilet, never will, but my little bro keeps watching it on TV. Ah, yeah. It would be fine if it never showed up again, but yeah. Just 2 poses, wow. Great. Okay, let's do it again. Would you like to borrow an assistant? Yes. So let's do that again. This will be like Asatsudan kind of again, with like insane. Once it gets to Torment, I might like lock more in. Then I can only look at chat once I like pause and like at a loading screen. But for now we have like at least it makes like 1 hour of like Satsudan time again. Is it AM for you? Yes, it is. You can see in the top left like my time zone, like my current time. It's like morning in my time zone. I'm from Germany. I do know there are like some memes there regarding like what people think of like German me and Germans. Like this JoJo me, you know. ドイツの科学は世界一! Dang, mine's like 4 PM, almost night. Holy crap. Yeah, it's a 6-hour difference. 7-hour difference. Okay, 6-hour kind of. Time zones are like a thing. Back then I didn't really had like a rough estimate. I didn't have an estimate on like how late or like how soon it was like in other time zones, but after I did like after I became like more consistent with like streaming, I do like notice, okay, if it's like morning my time zone, it should be like somewhere at the daytime or like night for you. Similar on like when the sun goes up there, it goes like down on the other side, for example. And kind of like proves, yeah, the world is not flat. Well, maybe it is. Because you are my world. Bro. But yeah, because of time zones, I sometimes can't watch specific streamers. They would be like streaming out at the time where I'm like asleep. Sometimes I would make up time for it. But I do like sleeping. The way I would make up time is like taking multiple naps in a day. Like 1 hour, 2 hours, I spread it around the day. But this is like pretty time-consuming, exhausting. I'm not entering like REM sleep or anything. I do still get to sleep, so my body is like still feeling healthy. But it's like not in the kind of way where I do prefer it. But sometimes there are priorities that are like more important than, yeah, having a good night's rest. I think like during the time when the whole myth debuted, I sometimes would pace it around that, like sacrifice sleep. But with that I also like realized that streamers who do stream like about 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours can be precious in the times where like a lot of other people try to be like, yeah, let's do an endurance stream. Like it's a bummer cause most of streamers I sub to stream at like 1:30 PM. I mean, it's a great time, but when school starts, well, that's the hard part. Yeah, I do understand that. Yeah, there are like people who also go to school and watch YouTube, watch their live streams. We are this time now, huh? But I do understand the sentiment. back in the days where the entertainment media was like mostly in TV, there would be like specific times in which like series got like broadcasted. And I like to watch Pokemon. And every time when like school ends, I had to like rush to get home to like get as much as possible from watching the current Pokemon episode, something like that. For the most part, it's like a TV series, where you can like tune in whenever. You don't lose any context. You know that every episode was like a standalone, but sometimes there would be like arcs. In the anime, it's like pretty usual that there would be arcs. If you miss one episode, then yeah, you can like wait until this arc starts again, and then you get like the full context. But yeah, this was like kind of like where it started on like, yeah, I like to have stories that are like developing, that has like growth and everything in there. So I kind of get you with the aspect of like, yeah, I'm at school, they're streaming, that sucks. What? You guys are allowed? No. So, let's say like 1:30 p.m. my school ends. At the same time, Pokemon at the television, German television would like be broadcasted back in the days. And then I would like run towards home. Usually it takes like about 10 minutes to like walk normally, but if I run high speed, it can like take 3 to 5 minutes. Nowadays, things like anime don't really come that much on television in our German television channels. And the meta has like shifted to internet streaming anyways, so you know, you can like watch your favorite shows whenever you want. So there's like no pressure. But now, with things you have to worry about, like not broadcasts, you know, but like live streams. And there's like this kind of thing. The advantage we have though, regarding live streams on YouTube, they get archived. Then you can watch the VOD, you know, the recorded part. Back in days, we also would like record films and episodes. We are unable to be present when it like gets aired. Then we would have something like a recorder there. Like start recording at this time and around this time with the recording, you know? Something like that. This was like the meta I have used back in the days. Not like during my school days, of course. This technology was like not that advanced back then, but like years after it would have things like that. But now look where we are, streaming, we can watch it whenever we want, you know, and no worries about that. But I'm kind of like giving away how old I am, I guess. Nah, the only thing we watch is Math. Yeah, there are like some households, especially in Asia, where they're like pretty strict, you know, like how Asian parents can be. Close, not quite close. But to be honest, I didn't like Math. Now that you say that, I didn't really like math back in the days. Sometimes there were like moments where I would like know like how everything works. Like the formula and how to get like to the conclusion. But often enough I wouldn't understand it, and then yeah, this would not be my favorite subject. I was more interested in like reading stories or like history, you know. Or like things, maybe not biology, I didn't have interest back then. Now I kind of have more of interest, but back then not so much. Yeah, that teacher was pretty chill. My favorite teacher. He like spoils us like whenever we ask to watch something on TV or use our phones, etc. He just lets us, but keeps us well educated. Oh, wonderful. Is this the meta we have like the second screen, you know? And that the main program is the lesson? Or maybe the teacher becomes the second screen when you get like AFK XP gain, you know, and like during school. However you want to spin it, right? Tosna, your double auto is just too slow. Most of the time, just spam the button. Alright, thank you. Also, hello, welcome to the molding stream. I would like to keep streaming this game the next days as well, but I will be away on a vacation after the stream ends. And I can only play on mobile. I wonder like how difficult it becomes, but if you have to auto the most parts, maybe it's like not that hard and insane. For Torment, I'm like more worried. Since it's like a longer timeline I have to follow. But yeah, if you can do it on mobile, it is like a flex. Okay, I'm 50 minutes in roughly. Okay, restart. I wonder how should I do that today. I haven't like eaten breakfast for now. I drank like some water. I could like wait, you know, get like something as a filler in between, or like just wait until I get hungrier once I arrive like at the place where I have my vacation, like after 3 hours of like drive with the car. Maybe yeah, you can get to eat like properly. Gonna see. There's like a lot of Japanese restaurants and food there, but also like other kind of kitchens. Like Korean, Indian. Besides the usual, oh. Yeah, this was not the right way to spam it. Bye, Toast-san. I can't watch anymore. No worries. And if we don't see, I don't see you anymore, have a nice rest of the day. Bye bye. You're making me hungry. Yeah. If we talk about food, we can get hungry, of course. There's one thing like about being hungry though that's an advantage in like video games. When you get hungry, your survival instincts kick in. Okay, bye bye. Banana time. Great. I mean, Binah's the banana. Binana. Binana. I would also like eat a banana afterwards. But yeah, regarding what I want to talk about, like when you get hungry, then there's like something your body needs to like replenish. And it's like part of where your survival instincts kick in. Where your senses get like sharpened, I suppose. And then your reaction speed is getting more improved. Obviously you lack like nutritions, like the power and everything, but at least like, you know, those other things are improved. In video gaming it does help. But once you're like full, then your senses are like dulled or something like that. And then it's like, yeah, I can chillax, I'm full now. When I was like competing in Smash, I would do this kind of strategy. Then I don't eat, and once everything's over, then I eat. Sometimes I do feel sad after losing, but then the food would like cheer me up and be like, it's so yummy. I'm feeling still sad, but man, this shit is fire. Something like that. I kind of get this, you know. I can understand it for some part. When like people, you know, like therapy session, for example, when you do it like, oh, let's grab some meat together, and then they eat together, and then yeah, and while crying, you know, he still gets to enjoy the food and like something beautiful about life, something to look forward to. Ah, messed up. Actually, no, it didn't matter that much with like UE50 here. We have like a button for like the auto, like a tab button set up on the keyboard. I think like you just press it 3 times. 1, 2, 3, yeah. During the auto cycle. Okay. 20 minutes in. Okay, restart. Oh man, I would like to do karaoke again. I like singing. That's best with our audience, I would like say. Rather than like in a room secluded from everyone else. But yeah, there's not much of a chance that people like recognize who I am. I'm like not that big of a name, I would like say. And I think there's the advantage of that. When you're not well known, then there's like not much of a risk on like getting doxxed. But once you make a big name, I do like understand, I think, like with those corporate VTubers, you know, that they do start to profusely sweat and be like, yeah. They go like to some shop and then they see like people with Hololive t-shirts and then like, be, you know. And then like the undercover life begins. But, you know, if you're not content creator, or if you're like really small, can kinda chill. Still I wear like masks and everything when I'm like in a big convention, like where like we'll go. When there are plenty of people in there, or it's like very dusty, you know, then I do like to wear my mask. Like not a, you know, those masks that you use for COVID. Oh, I did it wrong with the auto. Anyways, not the right amount of damage. But yeah, spamming the button doesn't like... Yeah, I know I have to spam the button, I need to be fast, you know? But if I make it too fast, the auto cycle gets like weird. Like pressing it 3 times, not more than that. I can understand why people do like to use scripts, but it's kind of like criminal as well. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like fair. You do everything in your power to get a good rank. But I also wouldn't risk my account for that. I would risk tickets, but not the account. Rating is actually like kind of secondary for me. I like this boss, so I will try my best, but not to the extent where I like risk the account to be gone. I spent like plenty of money on that. I bought some merch too. Actually, I received like some Blue Archive figurines the other day, like somewhere around past week. I would like to show them, but at the same time I'm like busy here. But maybe it gives me like a bit more of a good luck. And I don't know like how big Blue Archive is in Germany, to be honest, but I'm gonna like see, you know, when I do window shopping or like go to the convention, if like some people have like Blue Archive figurines at like display. Maybe I could like maybe buy. And don't worry about the shipping. Arigatou gozaimasu. Okay, 34 minutes left. But yeah, I think like if I reach around, this is insane. think like somewhere around 5 minutes I could like eject, or maybe like 3 minutes, and like finish it often within 80 seconds. Yeah, within 80 seconds. You just cycle back quickly to Chiaki, Escana, Fuka, Chiaki, something like that, which would be like 7 cost. Yes. Like once you're in phase 3. Oh, 5.4, okay. The second hit got it like down to 6.2, where I needed to be, but I understabbed the last hit. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really help that my model is like covering a little bit with the auto, like triple speed thing, or like the final cost. But I think I kinda make it like spy proof, more or less. You can at the very least like watch the timing, like the top right. For like something like that. But I don't know like how the other streamers do it. They probably show like everything, you know. But for like FPS for example, you know, there's like a mini map, right? And then people can get stream sniped by like, you know, looking at the mini map and be like, oh, I think like you're roughly around here. And then yeah. So there are also like streams who like would cover the whole map if like something there. And some combo VTubers would like put up ads for their merch, you know, which is also like based, you know. Nothing to watch here, but hey, I have like brought out this merch. Would you like to buy that? Maybe have a look here. いかがでした? Which is also like a power move, just to advertise. Actually, how do you do that? Oh, I was also pretty happy regarding like the minimap kind of talk. That one of my art got like used as something to cover the minimap. And then they were like making a compliment as well. Damn, be lonely, eh, mate? I don't know. If you write it like that, I suppose there's only you as the viewer here, or chatter, I suppose. But even if like no people are present, you know, there might be people who like use the VOD to like SIBGM and then, yeah, I better talk, you know. Sometimes I do watch my VODs. You're back because internet is better? Wonderful. Sometimes I do watch my VODs just to see if there's anything I can improve. And yeah, there are things I can improve. But sometimes I am like uncertain, you know. Was like unfriendly there? Was it okay? In the heat of the moment I was like kind of feeling pissed and you know. But yeah, sometimes when I look back it's like, maybe not so bad, you know. The vibes were like still there. But yeah, once I play like maybe a different game on stream. But yeah, to be honest, even if like no one is here present, I still have to talk. I feel like. Sometimes I can't help but to talk. The thing is like Blue Archive gameplay, what I'm doing right now, it is a gameplay loop when I fail. For the most part. Sometimes it gets like further than like the usual loop, but because it's a loop, it's not interesting to look at, so the streamer has to carry the whole stream. For example, there is like, you know, Picora, for example. She has like 20k people watching her, and she's streaming Minecraft. How does she keep so many people entertained? Is it because she's got like in a game? There are like two ways to like entertain that many people. Either you got like in the game, or just very entertaining, even if you suck at the game. And Picora is like the one who can do that with her talking, with her skills. Sometimes it's like people come in, hey, do you have advice? Yeah, just talk, you know. It's just like the kind of advice of like keep talking and nobody explodes. Sometimes I do like when karaoke streams when the people talk a little bit, you know, and don't go like marathon mode. Sometimes I do enjoy like the whole vibe of the karaoke though, you know, like going song to song to song like marathon, but yeah, sometimes there needs to be a prever, like a pause, you know, and then be like, I'll give you a moment, you know. Moments where you need to drink water, hydrate yourself. Speaking of that, I haven't hydrated myself during the whole gameplay. I can't like take my fingers away while I'm like while the ticket timer is like, you know, ticking. Oh, 5.5. You know, sometimes I do think those kind of loading screens, chibis. Sometimes I do think maybe I can place that as my starting screen. For now I have like a static starting screen, you know? Like when I start the stream, there's like, please wait before the stream starts, this kind of thing. Sometimes I do think maybe I can do it in the start like Blue Archive. But I would need to draw a lot. Okay, maybe I was too slow. But also I did watch a stream of Natori Sana, and she's like one of the biggest in JP on like streaming Blue Archive. She's like one of the OGs regarding VTubing, so of course she has like a lot. And she's also an artist, so she does like most of the things on her own. VTuber model is like also drawn by herself, which is really cool. And she is cultured, so it did like pretty good. And because she had like the drawing experience, you know, she can also like draw those manga like art style. Like she actually draws mangas as well. It does look pretty nice to have like something like that. But how do you like switch it off, you know? Like in how long should the image stay? The loading screen, it's just like not super long unless you have like bad internet. But it's like in this case like maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds or so. 23 minutes left. Okay, can continue. Okay, not a good step. But she did that, okay, yeah, it's not a good step overall. I wanna draw you? Hey, cool. Ah, there's some references, I suppose would be the follow-up question. Not really. There was like maybe this stream beginning of 2024 where I did showcase a little bit. Like my sketches and full body. No, I'm not just a head floating, there's actually a full body. And maybe I have like my schedule art sometimes. There have been like some fan arts, I think. Maybe in my birthday stream last year, I did like showcase some fan arts, like all the fans I have received so far. But yeah, my fan art hashtag is like pretty empty. I get it mostly like via DMs, you know, or like given in person. Some of my friends do draw. With some of them, or like one of them, are like pretty close. But let's say, it's just like we are like interested in the same things. Like nothing like, yeah, best friends forever. I don't have any friends like that for now. Just like I'm moving on in my life. I have like a certain goal and surround myself with people who can support me there, you know? Also like kind of saying the past friends didn't like really help me there. I'm like kind of like min-maxing kind of mindset. Which can also be like, yeah. But I think it's like also more important, you know, at some point, like if you get older, you get like a sense for that. You can like see the red flags that you're not colorblind anymore. And I also do get a flow on like the conversation. I do understand that at what point it's like kind of pointless to push it further, you know? Or where I'm like, okay, let's not cross the line. I'm gonna remove myself from this conversation. in a sense. They just go offline and focus on other things. I'm not sure like how it is for people with ADHD, since they can't really focus that much. You get like distracted, right? But I don't have it, so I can't really like talk about it that much. It's just like I got educated a few times. Oh, 6.1. Oh no, low step. Got to 800k. Or 700k, yeah. Ah, this is difficult here. This is like, yeah, insane meta didn't change. It stayed unchanged. The Torment meta changes, but the insane meta is like still the same as ever. It's like back in days how I prayed for like 4 Yuzu crits, no 8 out of 8, you know, like basic and X skill. That everyone has to crit. Or here it's like I want to get the max potential out of every hit there in order to get the run. And this is like very unlikely to happen. Especially because you have to like press auto really fast, so it's also like execution kind of part. It's cool if it's like limited like execution, but at the same time, if it's like that, like safer ways. Can I draw you, Tosan? Well, can you draw me? Do you? Are you able to? I'm sounding like an English teacher, you know? You're allowed to draw me. Like, I have a fan art hashtag as well, and a lot of people have drawn me in the past. And if there are already fan arts out there from me, then you sure can add more. Why not? I'm pretty good at drawing myself. I think. If it comes to this little art style there, I can try everyone like that. Restart. Oh gosh, 45 minutes. There was only one time where I reached like 5 point, or maybe 2 times, like the kind of ceiling. 2 times, 3 times. But the second hit wouldn't like do as much. You need to use Chiaki 3 times, so yeah. I draw the PP of my top 10 favorite streamers. Hey, cool. Then I'm in your top 10, I suppose. Cool. I'm honored. There were also like some people who called me their favorite streamer, but they're not around anymore. So I'm like, I suppose I'm not their favorite anymore. Oh, I thought better was with you. You're trash. Something like that, I suppose. But I don't mind, to be honest. That was fast enough. Oh, holy crap. This was a stab. Did like 1.1 million damage. She has it in her. So the highest ceiling might be 1.1, maybe 1.2. I didn't check the calculator thing. But surprising that she can do that much. The second hit, the first hit, I think like were like lacking. The third hit had like, wow, like oomph to it. Well, you're not top 10, you're among them. I won't say what top you are. That's fair. I wouldn't like rank people as well. I would, if I like talk about my favorite streamers or like my favorite animes, I would say my favorites, but I wouldn't like say in what order, you know? You have the same mindset as me there. I'm pretty careful if it comes to that. But, yeah. I have friends, but I would not say like who I like the most. But I can like say I don't have a best friend I don't really have a best friend. You know? So in a sense, nobody's number one. Some people say like, hey, we are friends, right? But I never consider them as a friend, you know? It's just like, oh, you're just a work colleague, you know? If we're like at a break time and we hang out, you're okay, but during work you're kind of an asshole towards me. I don't consider as your friend. Something like that. You need to be able to like separate private life from work, but yeah, with those people I had like at work and like my past, yeah. I'm also like careful on like, you know, who I consider as a friend or not. But yeah, I got enough experience. Maybe I do need more. Wouldn't hurt. Okay, 11 minutes left. I should like consider ejecting. I think like at the 5-minute mark I will do. Or if I get like something very promising, and then I'm gonna use that to eject. The lowest I've gotten was like 400k with like a knocked max Chiaki. This is not Joe's I'm borrowing here. I think even with Joe's one's like pretty hard. Who's Joe? Joe Mama. I think like, yeah, they're gonna do this joke. There's like the kind of purpose there. Calling yourself a meme. Like not like Skibby toilet, you know, but you know, something like that. Where you need a follow-up. Or rickroll. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. It's a good song. But I wouldn't sing that in a karaoke, I think. I would like put something different out there. At least better than Skibidi. Yeah. Well, it's subjective anyways. Like some people like swear by Skibidi. A lot of people do facepalm in front of that. Like people who are like not Gen Z. I get that. I don't really mind it that much, you know. I don't have an opinion on that. It's kind of stupid though. But so are all memes. After stream, I must start drawing you. Fantastic. Ah, there's something nice. Okay, I can continue. I'll try my best. That's nice to hear. I could be like, you better try your best. Else I'm gonna axe you. But I don't mind, to be honest. You can just draw me for fun, you know. There's also like way to like do no pressure, you know, no pressure. Just draw how you feel like it, as long as you enjoy what you do. But I do get it, you know, like with drawing fan art. I draw a lot of fan art and of like VTubers. Currently I'm like doing something of a challenge to like draw every single Holo member. And every time I do get to draw them, I do think about them as well. So I kind of understand it as when people do draw fan art of me. There's like something warm and fuzzy in me when I see like the art at the end. Drawing stream thoughts? Yeah, I do drawing streams. Every week, one time. I did like one this Monday. But if it comes to do drawing streams on your own, why not, you know? Don't expect like too many people out there, you know, to like come in. But it's like pretty chillax kind of stream content. Oh, missed it? Well, there's still DVDs. And I must like say those drawing streams are good as a background to have, like what you can have on a second stream, a second screen. Maybe a mobile, you know, with like the YouTube Premium something, the display turned off, and then you just listen while you do your work or whatever. I do talk about a lot of different things. But sometimes I get like things on like, hey, I like your art, can you draw me? And I'd be like, yeah, I have like whatever reaction. This is like something you can get in real life as well, you know? You like drawing your sketchbook and then some people pass by me like, wow, you can draw, can you draw me? And yeah. Oh, 5.2, nice. Tosan speaking facts. But yeah, when you have like those cases, you do want to like save the effort on yourself and like other people as well. That is like, yeah, I have like written it down in the chat rules. I do not accept requests, sorry, you know. But if they don't read, then 2.9. 2. Is the reference. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna restart with this one. I'm gonna eject with this one. Arigatou gozaimasu. Oh, 300k. Okay. This is the lowest I've ever gotten. The attack thing does make a difference. I'm gonna do... When did I do it? Are around there. Kana has been done recently. Well, to be honest, it's to Kana. And then Harry. Well, it's very slow. I think it's not faster than my previous score. Oh, it's faster. Okay. Never mind. Look at that smile. Look at the XD face. True, like if someone just see me drawing, they will be like, "Oh, nice drawing. Can you draw me?" Like, dog, it's so annoying. I think a lot of artists who drew like in real life had this kind of moment. Sometimes it does happen in the internet as well, which is like surprising. But yeah. Okay, a little bit of up score, but not much, not much. Now I'm gonna do Torment, the highest difficulty here. So I will like log in here. This will take like 1 more hour. And I think this thing I do not have to eject here, unless I get something cool and promising. And I will try. But this like needs more of my focus, so I will only look at chat when I pause. And I am like stuck at loading screens. So I prefer to hide my drawings. Yeah, I get that. Nowadays I don't really care about when people see my drawings. And I do accept any kind of response. Sometimes they're like decent people. Sometimes I do like, you know, like when I apply for jobs, I do like write down, oh, I do sports, I do like reading, I like to draw. And sometimes I would like address my hobbies and be like, oh, do you draw? And be like, yeah, I do it like if I have free time. And sometimes they do want to know, and then they see and be like, hey, and then we can talk about it a little bit. But it's never like this. Sometimes you have like this moment, hey, can you draw me? But for the most part, it's just like, hey, that's cool. And then they go like a little more in depth and with that. It's kind of like cool, like when adults speak with you. And like not, you know, those high schoolers also, like during school. I need to remember how this flow was. $19.6. Nah, mine's a different story. Yeah, it depends on like who you talk to, but I prefer just to be open about anything. Like, people are interesting, to be honest, and they are full of stories, and there are many kind of different reactions to it. Not necessarily what your dream expectation would be, but sometimes I do get pleasantly surprised on like how tolerant people can be, you know. Especially if those are like adults, like like-minded people like you, or like those who are older than you know. But yeah, if it comes like to the direction of like, oh, you can draw, then they gonna come up with the art commission, then yeah, maybe not, you know. Maybe not the right people to hang out with. But if it's just like genuine interest and then like maybe in the future, you know, then yeah. But yeah, if I do like art streams, I do like to talk about, you know, if you tune into an art stream, I'm gonna talk about art, of course, you know. I do like to talk about it there. But like in this stream here, Play Archive, I sometimes do go off topic and talk about other stuff. And since I'm otaku, you know, you can sometimes expect like those kind of topics. But I not necessarily say so, like how my voice suggests it, you know, my voice play. Sometimes I do go like in different directions, and it's like more degenerate, I suppose. I mean, just like trying my true self. And it's like one of the advantages to be like a VTuber, you know, PNG tuber. You don't really like show your face. And when, like, for example, your boss is like showing up, you know, when he recognizes you, it's like, yeah. Like in jobs applications, for example, sometimes they do check your Facebook and stuff and what you have posted, your social media, and then, yeah, if you're not anonymous, it's kind of like, yeah, you know. So I sometimes like it to be, to have like this avatar here to represent myself. But some people also use it to like be the ideal self, you know. Sometimes something they cannot be in real life. I don't really know this game, so... Oh, how did you got here anyways? To be honest, like in Twitch, I can't set the category to like certain games, you know? But for some reason, Blue Archive got removed from there. And now I stream for a category, so that's how... Yeah, it's maybe like how he ended up there. But usually, when I play like a game, and when people be like, what? Why do you talk about this, you know? I'm like the only one watching anyways. I'd be like, yeah, I stream this, I talk about this, obviously. If you go like into a horror kind of game, then expect jump scares. It's, you know, if you go into comedy kind of show, romance comedy, then there's like things like romance comedy, you know? Something like that. And then those questions are kind of like, yeah, not needed. To be honest. It's like self-explanatory. My bad. I feel like I've been yapping too much. It's fine, it's fine. It fits the stream. $19.6. The starting damage is not the right one. I don't really mind chatting, you know. I'm like chatting too, you know. If I do, why can't you, you know? If we stay like on topic also, fantastic, you know. Sometimes I do decide to like hop into a conversation, someone like suggests like a topic, but for the most part I decide the own flow since I'm the streamer. My stream, my rules. You entered my domain, you know. And once you go too far, I'm gonna be like, domain expansion, then gonna beat the crap out of you or whatever by just sending you to the Shadow Realm. Like a lot of streamers have like this power. And yeah, do be respectful, mindful of like the rules when you like enter another streamer's domain. I think like what good streamers do, you know, before they raid someone is like, yeah, I'm gonna raid you, but be mindful of the stream, their rules, you know, and follow those, something like that. But sometimes I feel like I'm just annoying them. I mean, if that's how you feel. If those are the vibes, the signals you're getting. I'm not really annoyed when people are like talking to me. At least like when I'm on stream. When I'm streaming, I'm not scrolling through like social media, endlessly scrolling. I'm not watching YouTube shorts, I'm not watching any video. That means like my mind is not really distracted. Sometimes if I like log in into the game, yeah, but there are often opportunities where I don't like log in, like loading screen or pausing. Like where I focus, like if we talk like English, you know, not like Gen Z language. But you know, log in sounds like kind of nice. Or like things like rizzing, you know. You don't have a better word for that. And then yeah, why not use it? $19.5? I think I take that. Let's take that. $16.7. No groggy, what the hell? Okay. I'm trying my best to stick to topic, lol. I don't know, it's hard for me. I mean, you said like you have ADHD. That's like your own struggle. I'm trying to be respectful about it too, you know? There's still like rules though. Sometimes I do stick by it, by my own rules. Sometimes I'm being like, a little bit more loose, you know? If people go too far, I'm gonna send them to the Shadow Realm. There was like maybe only one time where I had to do that. But that's about it. You know, like chat is a reflection of the streamer. For the most part. And I guess like you're kind of similar to me. You know, when you are a reflection of myself. Like things similar, maybe not the same, but you know, if we can vibe with each other, cool. It's like how people like find, holy crap. That's like how people find each other. Look at that damage. This was like 3.4 million, holy crap. This is fantastic. So the cover art gun, okay, I can do that. Now check the timing. 15.7, like the reference. Okay, I did like 2.6 million here. Or she did that much damage. Okay, next step. I can triple speed, yes. I'm not 9 cause I'm gonna do it slower. Okay, the covers are gone. This is like safe. Akku around 144.766. Okay, here. And then Ascana before 6 cores, so 143.166. Kisaki as soon as possible on Kazusa. And then Kazusa should need to time. Or maybe as soon as possible, I don't know. Oh, holy crap, I got this. Nice. Can I pause my other view? I have time, I guess? If I have time? Yeah, you can. It's your work. You can feel free to do what you want to do with it. I don't have any to say in that. Oh no, not enough damage. Restart. I still have time. I don't really mind if you post art of me. I mean, the corporate VTubers I do VTuber fan art of, or like indie VTubers I do fan art of, they don't mind as well. At least not in a negative sense. They do see the art, they do leave a like, sometimes they do leave a comment, and then it's nice. It's like kind of like nice with like Japanese artists as well, not Japanese people as well, like where there are fan art of them. They're gonna be like, "Wow, kawaii, kaite kurete arigato." You know, and I kind of like enjoy that too. To get like thanked for something I did. This is my work of you, you know. Be thankful, but sometimes, you know, I don't really mind. If they don't happen to see it, or if they don't like do anything with it, it's also cool. But they saw, but you know, there's like the support at the very least. And you don't need to expect anything back. If I do, like if I do like fan art, I don't really expect anything back. It's like up to them what they do with the work. You know, like when someone gives me a present, or if I give someone a present, it's like up to them. And if that present is even like useful for anything. Like sometimes I get keychains, you know, but it's like up to me if I want to. If it's like my interest, you know. Do I like the design? Do I want to hang it on? Nah, you know, man, yeah. It's just like it's somewhere there in the, like sitting on a shelf or like in some kind of drawer. And then yes. Oh, triple speed. Cursed. So cursed. One speed I would have been able to react. Sometimes the buttons do not respond. I did need to restart there. If anything went like fine. The only times where restarting makes a lot of sense is like when the damage ceiling is not reached. But if it's like before that, I lose time. The loading screen takes like 15 seconds. For some people it takes like 3 minutes until they can continue. If I play this game, I will surely lose it. Nah, you can play the game however you want. There are many people who just play it for the cute girls, for the story, for the event stories, for the vibes, you know. Like what I do is like the endgame content, like on the highest difficulty. And I try like a speedrun, so it's nothing like casual, but like hardcore, sweaty gamer moments or something. Like how I give off myself on stream is like not really sweaty, you know. I'm like talking, I sound like pretty chill and stuff, but actually there's a way to keep myself sane, you know, because else I'm gonna go insane, and this is like how hard this game is. Not at all. I'm just like trying something that is like pretty RNG dependent. I had like a pretty safe run here already. You see like the best rank points. This was like a pretty slack run. Pretty easy. With like really low pretty low kind of risk. No stakes. Pretty low stakes. And let's say if you are not max levels, if you don't have the right students to help you out there, then yeah, you have like excuse, I'm gatekept from that, I'm like not strong enough to take that on, then yeah, fair. Or sometimes you can say, I'm just too lazy, and then also okay. You don't have to. I gotta go for a bit, be right back. Okay, I'm going to son. Okay, see you later. Okay, 80 minutes in. Oh, 90 minutes in. Don't search what it means. If you do it like that, I will like look up what it means. Right now I'm like distracted though, so yeah, you're lucky. Oh nice, I got this, I hit the ceiling. Oh, 16. It's 2.7 million damage. Understabbed. Okay, it's fine. I can run this the whole ticket until it burns, but the preservation count will give me some my reward. This is the advantage here. If I press forfeit though, then the preservation count can't help me, so I have to like play it out. I'm gonna give what life gave me, and I will make use of it. If I end it prematurely, you know, take my life. Gosh, this sounds so wrong, you know, taking. You know, you were given your life, now you can take it. Nah, you know, it sounds so wrong, like the grammar, you know. But the meaning, the double meaning of that as well. You give me a present, you take the present, you know, but if you like swap like present with like life, and you know, you have like this kind of weird thing in dilemma. And in grammar it's just like, horrible, you know. You know, it sounds like right on paper, but just the meaning behind that is just like, man, you know. Ich krieg die Krise. I'm like molding over, I could like mold over that. In the German language you do care a lot about like grammar. It's like so much to a point that you sometimes sometimes people roast each other for like not talking correctly. But now that I reached the point of like trying to learn Japanese and like trying to like, get my English better, I don't really mind, to be honest. I'm like pretty chill now. Or I could like say, you could also say I'm got like tired of like roasting people in that kind of way. I do maybe like in other manners, but only when the time is right. You know the saying like, beat the irons while it's hot. Etc. Tito means hello, Miami. Okay, same profile picture. Welcome back. I mean, like Tito, Titus could be like a name in German. But at least like one I sometimes hear in Germany. Oh, nice. 3.2 million damage. It means uncle? Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I do sound like an uncle. I would be a cool uncle. Maybe. Maybe I'm not. I'm an uncle. Or not uncle like at all. Oh, 16.3? No, it's not good enough. Okay, thanks free stream bot. We're getting to roleplay, wow. In my chat. In my domain. But yeah, it's interesting with like what chatters, what people I sometimes get. If I go like in other people's stream, I'm pretty much a lurker. And it's only like I only like write things when it's like right. Maybe you're gonna see like a hello from me and then I'm gonna shut up for the rest of the stream. Until like something comes up and be like, yeah, maybe they need my help. I need to backseat them or something. Or if they're like asking questions and then they expect like I reply back. If I see like, okay, maybe you need a response, then yeah. But for the most part I'm a ninja. I'm like staying in the shadows until like my time to strike comes. And my gameplay style during like open world games for like Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, or like Project Zomboid, you know, for example, where like I do like to play like in a sneaky kind of way, you know, strike when the guard is down, something like that. There are also like displays of like rushing right in and then like, you know, getting the first strike, but I want like for the moment when it's like right, and then yeah, it's like my kind of way to play. I find enjoyment in that too. With this kind of playstyle gets rewarded. For Project Zomboid, like I like it even more and more. Because you're just a human, you're not like a this is not a hack and slash, you know. And when you're like human, that means you're like limited to your human functions. You're not like a anime main protagonist, you know. I'm back on my PC because my phone is dead. Alright. Rest in peace, phone. May your duties and contributions to Miami be, or like Kayleen, be remembered. But yeah, that's like what I mean like with playstyles. In Blue Archive you have also many different playstyles on how to do that. There are also people who don't like touch the raid stuff at all, the endgame content. And it's also like fair. Because it's kinda like hard. It can get hard if you try to like compete with the other top runners, whales like me. And the Blue Archive gacha whale. Okay. 7.8, I think. Yep. 16 million. I need like a little bit more. Then I will continue. I don't know, like, about lonely. Sometimes people like watch the VOD. Sometimes people come in later, or they're just like there at the start. People come like can come at all times. I'm not lonely at all. I don't really look at the numbers, to be honest. I don't see like how many are like watching me. When someone decides to like hop into chat, you know, and be like, hey, what's up, you know, then yeah, I can be like, yeah, I'm good. What about you? Then we can have a talk. It's up to everyone else, you know. It's just like when you see like people like drawing, you know, like in real life. When you, it's like up to you to go and talk to them. But someone is like, hey, you can draw. Cool. Can you draw me? You know. Bad example, but no. When you're like in the public space, you know, then people have like room to talk with you, or not at all. Up to them. It's also up to you if you want to like open the book and like check the contents in there. You can judge book by its covers, you know, but sometimes don't judge it by cover and just like get surprised by what's inside. A lot of people just not interested in Blue Archive when or like watching the gameplay loop, and it's like fair. It's not boring. It's like not really interesting to watch, and I think it's boring too. It's fair. But if you decide to hop in, maybe you get pleasantly surprised by what the streamer can like offer on entertainment. Maybe you can vibe with them, maybe have a good voice. Maybe they're like pretty cool, you know. You never like know until you like decide to like take the first step. Doesn't mean like that people are unpopular any kind, you know, when you go like in the stream where like 0 viewers. Sometimes it's just like the circumstances there. But when they turn out to be cool people, sometimes it's like, oh, they're actually skill issue. They're actually like low skill level, you know, it's like streaming, and then also like fair. You never like know until you like make the first step. I think like that's like what interesting for some people who go like to streams and you know, then they see like hidden potential, and then yeah, oh, you deserve more, you know, something like that. I do sometimes have the feeling when I go like into some indie VTubers, you know, streams. Or if I like watch Hollow Stars and then I be like, you do need more, you know, I think you deserve more. Sometimes like that. But some people are like comfortable already like with what they already have, you know. They don't want to grow explosively. Gorgura, for example, had like listed for some of that reason that there are like way too many eyes on her, and she couldn't like really like slowly and gradually like rise up to the top, but it was just like there in the beginning and it overwhelmed her. And this was like for years, she couldn't like recover from that. And she's like a pretty shy girl, you know, so yeah, I get it. I got the runtime, I think. Yeah, watch Hollow Stars. I mentioned it like the 3rd time already in this stream. You know, there's Whole Life, and then there's the boys, the ones with the bros, you know, Hollow Stars. For me, they're like more bros and homies, you know. And sometimes I do need like this kind of thing around me. Having like the bros, the boys, you know. And they're all like, they're all nice, they're all nice. Like, even before I came like to English branch, I did watch Hollow Stars. I like to watch Aston and Arandis. Sometimes I were like also into the Winning Sun, you know, like Robert. Winning son, let's go! It just came from the meme on like, you know, when this thing of like, are you winning son? You know, like I think. But when Robaru, you know, couldn't like understand the meme really and then be like, yeah, I'm winning son! But you all are a precious part of my family. And then yeah, let's go. And then it's got like, you know, his kind of identity. So yeah, when I talk about winning son, I'm talking about Robaru. A lot of people like can like identify him as like that, and it's like a good nickname to be honest. My boy's winning, my son's winning, let's go! I don't mind if you didn't hear it, you know. Just like saying, yeah, I mentioned it a few times. We could have talked about that. Sometimes I'm like speaking pretty silently. Sometimes I'm like a little bit far away from the mic if I'm like turning my head and then yeah, I'm not audible anymore. But to be honest, this is not a good stream game, I do acknowledge that. But I put in my schedule. I could have done it off stream, but might as well do it on stream, you know. Oh, okay, I can take that. It's not exactly what I need, but maybe she can do better the next time. No, that's not good. But yeah, I do like it. I don't dislike it, to be honest. And it's like kind of like working better than expected. I was really, I think it takes like years until I get like maybe 500. Or like 300 at all. But I'm not pretty close. Or I actually got that, you know. But yeah, there's also like a thing, once you get like a certain amount of subscribers, you know, or like numbers, like there's like obligations as well. I don't have to feel forced, of course. Don't have to at all. But sometimes I do think, yeah, okay, once I get like... Okay, I have Twitch, you know, there are like emotes, you know, there are like badges, then maybe do something there. It's like pretty outdated on Twitch, to be honest. But once I can do it on YouTube, you know, with the thing, then I can do it on Twitch as well, updating it. But yeah, because of that, I do think, oh man, I have to work now. I have to do emotes, I have to draw, I have to put in a lot more work, and then, yeah. I still haven't prepared anything yet. Maybe I do a stream for that. Oh, nice. Good damage. The covers are gone. Nice. I can continue. Does this kind of spamming? You could say it is, you know. As long as it doesn't get too obnoxious, you know, or like disturbing, you know, like be your own judge, you know. Okay, next skill is Akku. 44766. Like, I'm not gonna directly ban you the first violation. Maybe if I really see like, yeah, maybe, you know, if you don't feel sorry at all about what you do, if you don't feel any remorse, then yeah, I can be like, yeah, I feel not bad, like banning you or whatever. And then yeah, I'm gonna pull my axe and be like, damn. Um, 35.7 would I say. $12.5. Why is the damage so low? Why is it so low here? Did I forget anything? No. Funny thing, I've set to a PNG tuber may or may not have created a new tradition. Who is this PNG tuber if I'm asked? Yeah, like oddly specific, you know, with the PNG tuber thing. Like every time he leaves, he can't until he's back. I see. I for my part do have not a reason to leave during a run in Blue Archive raid. I have like time pressure here. No, I've lost focus. I'm losing, yeah, I lost like 45 seconds I think. Toto Wolf? Okay. You don't know him? Yeah, I don't know this person. But yeah, this is like the thing about VTubing. It is like so big that people don't know each other. World is big, you know. And you don't know every single human there. Unless you get, you do take the first step, or they're already so famous that you already have of them. Can you identify yourself? Oh, you know already who I am. No, I don't. Please give me your identification papers. It's like kind of this meme like, you know, when you got just one subscriber and be like, let's go! Or like this one meme on like this guy who got like a needle, you know? And when he is like taking a bite on the needle, it's like popping up the wine bottle, kissing a woman, and then when the camera pans out, he's like on third place while the other guys are like on second one and they're just like staring at him silently. Judging like silently. With judging eyes, you know. But yeah, everyone has like their own way of coping. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Could like eat everything right now. I forgot something to update there, top right. This is like Torment Team 1. Torment Team 1. I forgot to update that. This is not insane, this is Torment. Oh man, this is insane. How did you do that? This is not insane, this is Torment. Everyone. Ah, gosh. Triple speed, restart. 14 minutes left. Okay, maybe I'm getting exhausted. Holy crap. Raiding does get exhausting. I can do that. At least like there's a chance on doing it. There's a chance on making it. But there's no guarantee. That's why it can get exhausting. And this is... You could like say this thing is insane. Like insanity. The definition of like that is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting that something will change. And this was maybe the case for the insane difficulty. Insane speedrun would have been maybe accurate, but this is Torment difficulty, so yeah. Ah, language, multifaceted stuff. It can be cool if like there are facets, multiple facets in a language. Then there can be like hidden meanings such, but sometimes it gets pretty exhausting, you know, to like interpret stuff. I just want them to be direct and honest towards me. Bye Tosan, okay, bye bye. in German culture I sometimes dislike that, but for the most part, if they are a problem, or not a problem, sometimes if it's like something important, they do be direct and say out what they have in mind. And I do like that more. Sometimes I do get like, hey, I do want to get to know you more, when they do the cute emojis, and then I'm like, please get to the point. Please get to the point, you know? Why are you here? Why did you befriend me, you know? I'm not here for small talk. You have like this profile picture, obviously you have like a certain goal there. What is it? I also dislike scam callers, you know? Be like, just get to the point, just say you want my money. Holy crap, it can't be that easy. Just don't say like I have subscribed to somewhere and that I need to do payment. Just say that you want my money, scam me, okay, good, whatever. I mean, I can just like do that, but of course people have to lie. Sometimes people do have to do their shady business, and then, yeah, I guess. And if everybody would like say the truth out loud, there would be a lot of problems here. Sometimes you can do like a white lie, you know, and like protect something, your face, other people, whatever, you know, stall for time. There are good and bad ways on using the power you have been given, you know. And with great power comes great responsibility. Some people don't like know how to use it properly, you know. In the adult world, there are plenty of people who use it like for the wrong. Sometimes I have to use it in a similar way as well, but at best, if possible, in an ethic way. Or if I want to avoid uncomfortable situations. Like everyone has to pull that out at some point. But yeah, I don't like to do it. Like I think a lot of people, they have like a little bit of a bad feeling afterwards if they have to use that as their way out. Not enough damage. I think I got the wrong timing. I kind of looked at the timer wrong. It could also be like the stab luck, crit luck. It's like pretty worse. But I think I can't get it anymore. There's like 8 minutes left. And mauling with Kayoko, the second team, also takes some time. Unless the HP from Binah is very, very low. Yeah, that ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. I think I failed this ticket, but that's fine. Okay, 7.76. 15.8, I will take it. Triple speed. Ah, the covers are still there. This might not work. it will not work. I got the luck with the damage, but not with the covers. Okay. There's so much achievement. I could go for something safer, but I do want to get the best one. I'm gonna still try still. Even like during my vacation, I will try that. But this is like a risky kind of thing to do. If you aim like high. If you're gonna aim high, the fall that falls afterwards can get really hurtful. The higher you are and then fall, the more it hurts. Gravity and everything. Maybe I'm gonna feel depressed, I don't know. Maybe sad, I don't know. I hope not. I'm gonna take it like pretty chill, I suppose. I failed like a few times already. I'm just guessing what you're talking about. You can't hear me because it's raining. Yeah. Yeah, this is not great, right? For you. I hope it gets better. Like, in Germany it's also raining a lot. Well, 5 minutes left, so like less than 5 minutes. Yeah, I can't eject in this ticket, not at all. But I don't need to. I can visit the cafe, actually. I can visit the cafe actually now. Now it's like 12 p.m. Yes. It's like close to 12 p.m. I think I can do that. Let me try one more time, just to get the muscle memory done here. On triple speed. Slowing down at 1 point. Yeah, I didn't got the damage I wanted. I needed. Also not what I needed, no groggy. But the time is not enough to like get a successful run, so I'm gonna just go back to the lobby, then visit the cafe, and then head back my students there. Even plenty of headpads, yosh. Rank 27, I got ranked down. Cool. People are molding while I'm molding. Yosh. Okay. Now go to the cafe. Click on the students, aka giving headpads. But yeah, I think that's all with the attempts for now. I used up my luck, but there's also like the blue ticket I could like do, but I'm gonna have to be off after the stream, since I'll be like gone on a car drive for like 3 hours. It's like enough time for me to wind down. This is my cafe, by the way. It's pretty nice. The first floor looks nice. The second one's like more accumulation of like interactive furniture, but I did my best on like ordering it in a way where it doesn't look like too ugly. Floor 2. It's still in work in progress, not like quite done. I would like move this furniture here with the candlelight dinner and everything, maybe to floor 1 to the cafe, to the one section with like the Momo talk, the Momo cafe. I might come back, let's just see. It's ending. Yeah, it's gonna end. I kind of like announced it, but if you don't have the knowledge about this game, yeah. This is my first floor. It's pretty nice, right? There's a section with the game development apartment here, with the club room, like a lot of retro games and such. And it's like pretty claustrophobic, you know, like a lot of stuff there. And there's a section of the integration room. There's like one with you know, the shooting range, little bit of a swimming pool, you know, and the vending machine, like indoor swimming pool. Then here's a cafe. Look at that. Here's Shirko trying to get the swordfish statue. Looking pretty proud. And you know, any game that has like decorative functions, you know, like cafe, is like makes like the best game for me. Look at that. She proud. Okay, that's all for now. And I'm gonna see you the next week. I'm gonna be back with an art stream, maybe with like a recap of like my vacation, you know, showing off like making a headcam stream. And yeah, in any case, I wish you all a nice rest of the day, evening, a good night, whatever time zone in the world you all are. With that, I'm gonna say bye bye.